the company that rules the world. There are a few extremely powerful corporations out there. You've probably heard of some of them, such as ABC, Apple, and Coke Industries. However, there's a chance you've never heard of this one, the world's most powerful company. Do you have any ideas? Welcome back to another video. Today, we'll be looking into the company that secretly rules the world, BlackRock. BlackRock was created in 1988 and has evolved to become widely regarded as the business that practically owns the world, managing assets worth around $10 trillion. So, what exactly is BlackRock? And how did a risk management firm become the world's largest asset holder, handling possibly millions of ordinary people's funds? BlackRock Incorporated is a New York-based American global investment management firm. It began as a risk management and fixed income institutional asset manager before expanding to operate globally with 70 offices in 30 countries and clients in 100 countries. So, what's the point of this? Larry Fink, the chairman and CEO of BlackRock, launched the firm in 1988. They must have struck a bargain with the devil, together with Robert Escopedo, Susan Wagner, Barbara Novick, Ben Golub, Hugh Frater, and Ralph Schlosstein, because this enterprise was successful within months. The group's assets had doubled to $2.7 billion the following year. The term BlackRock was first used by the company in 1992. That same year, the company managed $17 billion in assets, which grew to $53 billion by 1994. To say the least, BlackRock's rise was meteoric. Over the years, BlackRock expanded organically as well as via numerous acquisitions. By 2004, BlackRock's assets under management had risen to an absurd $1 billion as a result of acquisitions. It was nowhere like as ludicrous as it is today, but it was already large enough for the U.S. government to contract with BlackRock to help address the repercussions from the 2008 financial catastrophe. By 2009, BlackRock had surpassed Morgan Stanley as the world's leading asset manager. It surpassed even the world's largest bank, the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, and has been described as a specter that has haunted Wall Street for several years. Despite its importance, most people are unfamiliar with BlackRock. Nonetheless, BlackRock has received criticism. As the corporation developed to its massive size, it obviously irritated a lot of people. The environmental impact of its assets has been a major source of controversy. BlackRock is one of the top 3 shareholders in nearly every major oil business and one of the top 10 shareholders in 7 of the 10 largest coal companies. These are serious criticisms, but BlackRock is working hard to overcome them by investing extensively in environmental preservation and sustainability. Despite reasonable criticism, this behemoth's rise is unstoppable. BlackRock manages several trillion dollars in assets, accounting for around 10% of all financial assets globally. However, its impact extends far beyond the purchase and holding of stocks and bonds. BlackRock provides advice to central banks, financial ministries, and big investors such as state pension funds and insurance firms. Furthermore, they invest their large money in companies all across the world. There is almost nothing in the financial markets that BlackRock is not involved in some way. BlackRock wields global influence from its headquarters in Midtown Manhattan. They control considerable holdings in firms on every continent, in addition to big stakes in major U.S. banks. BlackRock is involved in everything from automobile manufacturing in Germany to iron ore mining in South America to gold mining in Africa. The question remains, though, as to how they do it all. The financial sector is continuously changing, and BlackRock understands the importance of adapting. In response, they created Aladdin, an immensely powerful software platform. Aladdin's major responsibility is to do risk analysis for BlackRock's clients. It collects sensitive data from critical institutions such as banks and insurance firms and uses it to undertake high-stakes risk analysis, for which BlackRock charges excessive fees. Aladdin is a network of 5,000 computers that monitors millions of trades and analyzes customer portfolios around the clock. It navigates through many scenarios, identifying potential threats with surprising precision. Despite being relatively unknown to the general public, this software has become so important that it has basically become the central nervous system for some of the world's top investment firms. However, Aladdin serves a greater purpose for BlackRock than risk analysis. It gives them access to sensitive data from major institutions around the world, such as banks, pension funds, and insurance firms. This access provides insight into the management of approximately $20 trillion in assets, in addition to the massive $10 trillion already managed by BlackRock. With such huge wealth and information at its disposal, BlackRock has firmly established itself in the global economy. They own shares and have voting rights in a number of large European corporations in critical areas like energy, oil and gas, transportation, and food, industries critical to the continuing functioning of society. The impact of BlackRock on society is far greater than meets the eye. They hold enormous amounts of public debt in the form of bonds and administer pension funds for a large number of people. Furthermore, BlackRock exerts political power, frequently working as a consultant to entire administrations. Central banks ask BlackRock to examine normal banks and seek management advice. It's strange that BlackRock, despite its size, frequently becomes a large stakeholder in the banks they're supposed to audit. This implies that BlackRock sits on both sides of the table during these discussions, advising the government on how to manage the banks it currently owns. This gives BlackRock even more access to privileged and extremely sensitive information, allowing them to amass even more fortune. Do you think this company has any worthy rivals? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Delapo and we will see you in the next video.